stuffing toast in my mouth.
Toast in your what?
Stupid. The dang live last time. I'm like in the middle of taking a bite, and he's like live, and I'm like.
I think we're live right now as well, aren't we, Jess?
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, we're live, baby. Good morning. What's going on? We're here with the NoBS Pop Up. We got a thing going on. Today's been like pretty action packed, huh?
It has. It's been a busy week with some travel and some meetings and just changing the world.
Yeah, that's what it's like when you're out there changing the world. You stay pretty darn busy. What's up with you, Hoots?
Chilling, Jess. Trying to stay like you, like just chasing y'all, running out of breath. I think Buddy even said his finger was hurting or something, trying to chase. I feel very much the same way.
I didn't get the memo about the background, even though I will not be getting that boring gray, whatever y'all have. Like I'm not going to be jump on that.
Don't hate.
Jess's was so beautiful and it made him look so glamorous that I had to try it. What do you think, Jess? Is it working?
That's the funny thing is I'm not crazy about how plain it is. But people have they're like, wow, it looks so professional. I'm like, is that code for boring?
No, that's just what you need to kind of balance you out,
It's like all this in front and then like a little bit of calm in the back. So I haven't really found that balance yet. So
there's Jen with her Elmo and Care Bear and Whole Forest and photo. Now you fit in.
Watch out. Okay, time out. I'm coming back.
You get yours too. Felipe, look at him. Change makers doing change, changing the world. Yeah.
That's it. What's up, Felipe-licious? Oh, man. So I've listened to half of the latest episode. And was it Rena?
Rena, she's like amazing. And I think it was funny because we talked about her this morning and we're talking about like the building the foundation with relationships in our space. And that's really what her and Felipe talked about the whole time on their episode.
Yes, her energy comes through. I'm like, oh man, I think I need to get to know this person. So tomorrow, well, Adam, you got like a state championship. Adam's competing in a baseball state championship this weekend.
Adam's
pitching against 12-year-olds.
Yeah. If the rain allows it. We had a little weather incident last night, kept us out pretty late. The old wait an hour and a half and then cancel the game. But big state championship this weekend for my son playing baseball in Irmo. Super excited to watch him compete and go and bring back another state championship. That'll be awesome.
10-4. Well, good luck to the little guys out there having fun, balling.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess tomorrow we're doing something, Jen?
We do. We have a live stream in the morning, 8 o'clock Central.
Live stream. Oh, he caught us. He caught us.
He did. He was like, I'm trying.
Yeah. You know us. We like to scatter the pop-ups around. It's Friday. And honestly, I totally forgot about it. Jen asked me this morning on our call, hey, don't we have a pop-up? I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah. Got to get that on the board.
Don't let him fool you. It's been scheduled for weeks.
Yeah. I just been so distracted and being an author now, you just don't understand how much focus and energy that takes. What do you think, Adam?
I do. I get it. I really get it.
Touche. When's the book coming out?
The book is out.
Hey!
The Plumber's Edition is out.
Let's be clear. The Plumber's Edition is out.
Yeah. How about the English Teacher's Edition? What is that?
So the English Teacher's Edition is like everything's with the editor. Everything's ready to go. They're just making final changes and about 20 to 25 new doodles in there and maybe some more commas and periods and quotation marks that Jesse didn't get.
Did you say nude?
But I did.
Nude doodles? Is that what you said?
No, that's the Plumber's Edition. That's Jesse's edition. That's not my edition.
Yes. In the Plumber's Edition, there are some promiscuous doodles in there.
some noodles.
Yeah, some noodles. Yes, I love it. I love it. But that will soon no longer be available here in the very near future. Don't have an exact date, but it is looming. And we are going to have a live stream on the 29th to talk about the book and reveal and interact with everybody about it. And then on that following Saturday, on the 30th, we're going to have a Zoom party for whomever's interested in being a part of that. So get your books so we can jam out, have fun, give us
pictures together,
take pictures, all of that really, really good stuff. But before that,
yes,
we have a live stream tomorrow.
We do.
And we're talking about the foundation to build anything upon. Right?
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Which starts with people and connections and how do we do this together? And so again, there's so many things out there on LinkedIn and with the people in our tribe, they're posting. I mean, Will's out there every day, just posting amazing, positive. How do we connect people? How do we, just celebrate people and elevate them? And again, Felipe and Reina's, podcast, she just hones in on creating connections and the power of it. And this was not intentionally to celebrate the EBFC show, but what I loved about that, what she said, and I think we'll probably dig into this more tomorrow morning, is she's like, less is more. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? We need to connect. We need to do all this stuff. We need to have numbers and all this stuff. And really, it's not about that. It's about less is more. It's taking those connections that you have, or those very intentional connections. And also she says this in there, and I thought it was so powerful. When you make a connection with someone, like for us, it's like, oh, we got to go and learn and watch everything they've ever put out there and go look at all their stuff so we can know them. And she's like, no, because that's going to overload your brain with stuff that really it's about making that one-on-one connection and having the conversation with them. And so go and watch one or two of the things that they've done to get some context. But you don't need to go and just overload your brain then to try to be able to further that connection. I just thought that was freaking gold.
Yes, I like it. That's kind of the recipe that I've practiced since elementary school. Do not overload the brain. Just all I need is a 70 to play, baby. I don't need 100. I ain't worried about that perfect attendance and what's it called? AB honor roll thing, whatever that is.
Jesse's got a t-shirt. All I need is a kiss. All I need is just give me the kiss.
That's it. Yeah. And so that's it for me. It was, the last live stream we had where you ripped me open. And by the way, y'all, Jen doesn't know.
Do it again.
She's going to be up on the table a little bit herself, not just me. But just thinking through the progression and maybe my personal evolution and understanding or growth it's the relationships, right? I've worked as a trade partner, worked as a GC, worked as an owner. And the consistent thing is the relationships, right? In the Omniverse, the book, all the amazing things that are happening, it's the relationships. And with those relationships, we can build anything upon those relationships. So speaking of relationships, our buddy, Mr. Thomas LeMay says, Friday. We are working on a collabo session. We've got, I think we wrapped up to chapter 18 on the goal.
How many more do you have?
I don't know. Man, that book is 10 pounds heavy.
It is, but it's because of what you're doing with him. I went back and re-listened to it and read it, and two things resonated. One is it's an amazing book, and I'm so glad I went back and read it. Two is it validates, and Thomas, I'm just going to give you a shout out here. When I'm around you, I just get smarter being able to be in your space and listen to you and the things you say. So I am super excited about this when y'all do push out this collabo session, because as much as I got value from the book, I just have no doubt you're going to take it to another level. So super.
He totally does.
Jesse too, but mainly Thomas.
Oh, it's all Thomas all day long. He even knows there's 40 chapters in the damn book. I have no idea. I just know it's a big book with a lot of words and very little pictures. But what he does, and I think our tribe we have a duty ahead of us. And so what Tom, and this came super clear yesterday, Thomas and I were recording, and he's taking, like, the goal is based on all these fancy things as applied in the manufacturing space. And for some of us, it's easy to make the leap to how it applies to construction. What Thomas is doing is he is contextualizing that content in the goal to the job site. And that's like a huge, tremendous gap out there in the market in terms of this lean, theories of constraints, blah, 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 all of the magic tools. What content is there out there for construction folks, like not theoretical, but like direct application of examples of doing
practitioner application.
Yes, yes. And so that's what Thomas is doing. The collabo session. Sir, you know it, Felipe. And by the way, there is a collabo session out there already with myself and Felipe reviewing the Lean Builder.
Yes.
Which is like the only piece of content, like I'll say book, that's available for builders to tap into, that's translate the stuff to real life applications.
Yes.
So anyways, that's just letting y'all know. Thomas said he's going to be writing between 5 and 7 books. Right?
I can imagine the dynamic of that podcast.
Those
collabo sessions with Jesse, who's like, I don't know, it's just words about how you can improve manufacturing. And Thomas is like breaking it down, like you said, Jen, like so intellectually savvy with how we can use it. Like this, the comedy is going to be real, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
it's good. It's serious stuff, man.
Thomas is like amazing. Like I've only been in the same space with him a couple times. And I told Jesse, when I'm like next to him, I'm just like learning and growing and getting better by just being near him and listening to what he says. It's like, blow your mind.
He attended one of my Hoots on the Ground workshops, and he ended up teaching probably a quarter of the time. I learned more from him than I feel like I delivered there. Yeah.
Yeah, look, Thomas is saying, Felipe, you and Jesse were the catalyst. # Lean Builder PPC. And what he's referencing is, we're the catalyst to the podcast that Thomas is going to be launching his own podcast.
That's what I heard. He's going to have his own podcast, right?
How do you feel about that, Mr. LeMay? Don't worry, we'll wait.
You got to put it out there. Thomas, if you've not learned anything with this platform, is you just got to jump. I mean, you just got to jump. Let it fly. Just, again, emotional bungee jumping. Just jump and see what happens.
It's going to be all right, baby. It's always going to be all right.
Sounds like there's a library of content that could really help launch it as well, huh?
10-4. You know it, my man. All right, Thomas, we're gonna put the bus in drive and take it off of you now. and again, so Adam, you're going to be at the game, the state championship. Are you going to be driving, or are you going to be unavailable?
Game starts at 10, so I'll be there for the first hour tuned in, and then probably dive. So yeah, but focus is solely on Jen tomorrow, right?
Oh no. Yeah,
Jesse got beat up pretty good.
It doesn't matter because you know what? I've been beat up for the last 6 months, so it's okay.
I don't know.
You can start balancing some of this out.
I'm feeling a little. I don't know. It might be time.
Tell her, Adam.
I don't know.
Tell her she needs to follow her own advice and just jump, no parachute.
I do that every time. When I show up, I have no idea what's about to happen. So I already do that. But I think what it really comes down to is in the book that we wrote, that the Plumber's Edition is out there, like Jesse gets raw. He puts some stuff out there and like just completely owns some things that he had to learn and grow from. And I think us editing that and that all being put in his face a lot, he feels like he's been sharing a lot on the live streams when really it's just the stuff in the book. I'm just saying.
You know what? Let's put it out there. Yeah, man, I'm sensing a poll in the near future of who's the one that's ripped open the most the past 6 months.
Okay. I'm gonna put some links in there, just so if you do a poll, I'm gonna put some links in there. So people go like, oh, let me just put this one link on May the. Let me think. No, March the.
March. It was March.
March 4th.
Yeah. No, and that's a
March
perfect
5th.
example, because
March
there's going to be like 3 links, and all the rest that isn't linked is me.
I know, but March 5th, that episode, I mean, I was on the ground, just demolished. So
Yes.
that one counts for 6 episodes.
I love hanging out with you two, because you're arguing over which one of you is more vulnerable right now. I love it. I can tell you who it's not.
It's not Hooch is in the background, spinning the ones and twos.
Super in the see you later, alligator.
Yeah. Again, the beautiful thing, Jen, you and I've talked about this in the background, is where we're at now, and I'll speak for myself, the depth of contribution that I'm contributing to and experiencing is a result of the relationship that we have, right?
Absolutely.
The trust that we have. I mean, we pick on each other, but it's in a positive direction. Same thing with Adam and with the tribe. As those connections and relationships grow, the life that I'm building right now is on that foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And without those types of connections, like James Gable, right? We connected with James Gable a while back when he was launching. There he is, caught the pop-up.
He's been tagging us. He's been giving us a lot of love on his podcast, on his Uncommon Communicator podcast.
Absolutely. And it grows, right? And so what could we actually accomplish as a tribe, as a group, in strengthening on our relationships, doubling down on relationships?
Jesse, what do we got next week?
Speaking of a casino trip,
it's
right?
Wednesday. Next Wednesday, you and me have a lean construction blog free webinar Wednesday morning, I think around 10 or 10:30, something like that. But we are doing a webinar for them on doubling down on relationships.
Yes.
I forgot about
it. Yes. So that means I'm going to be fasting for the beginning of the week next week, just so I can.
You're going to be grumpy. Don't do that. I don't want to have grumpy on there, because then it's not going to go well.
It's going to be like the editing. I swear, when we were editing one of the chat, it was clear, the first 8 pages, Jennifer hadn't eaten, and then she had a snack, and then the rest of it was super smooth and super easy. It was total hangriness going on.
Okay, but every time you look and see any editing, whatever they saw on our post with you, whatever, that's all the time. Every time you have to make a comment or make an edit or mark something out.
Yes, that's why I love live so much. No edits. We're just going to talk. We're going to have some fun. We're going to respond and interact with our people and keep on rolling. Like Thomas points it out, James Gable, we were referring to the Uncommon Communicator when we covered chapter 17. So again, relationships, right? We're celebrating each other, supporting each other, breathing life into each other. And so that's the premise of the conversation tomorrow, is how do we do that? How do we shift our focus from outcomes and acquisition and acquiring shiny things and put all that intensity into our relationships and have different outcomes? I mean, that's what I've been experiencing is.
Oh, I have another shout out. So my shirt today, I didn't even realize, but do you follow Karen Ross?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
She puts so much amazing content about kindness and growing those relationships and those connections. And sorry, Karen, you probably didn't know you were getting called out today, but anyway.
Yes, get you some t-shirts out there. Beautiful. Adam, what do you got, man, before we wrap it up?
Well, I think I love how you point out the foundation, because as construction professionals, I think we all realize how important foundations are. And to relate that back to, relationships and building trust with one another, that's everything, right? That's the one common thread in everything that we do, is there are going to be people involved. And so that's something I've learned from you too. And again, I'm looking forward to tuning in and learning something, as always. And
watching Jesse get decimated.
Come on, baby. I ain't scared.
I'm also excited for this poll, because I'm pretty sure Jesse's.
I thought that was just like a hypothetical, Adam just threw an idea out there. I didn't think it was going to happen.
No, of course it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Hey, what do you think, Jess?
I think I just like being up here on stage, hanging out with Jen, hanging out with you, hanging out with the tribe. I mean, we got major ballers in the chat. Like, I had a post just the other day. I feel like I'm in a comic book hanging out with all the superheroes, right? Like, yes. It's amazing. It blows my mind. Mr. Buddy, all right, who keeps getting shout outs over and over.
Yes.
And like prefers to be in the background, but really, man, talk about role model, right? Hashtag friend tour.
If you haven't watched his Hoots on the Ground podcast that Adam did with him, was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome. He gets a shout out this week from Keon as well. He's just next level.
Yes.
He is.
And our last live stream, like low key in the background, people like paying attention, watching. And then here comes Joe and Keon popping in with some comments. And we're like, what's going on with
that? Yeah, man, it's an amazing place to be. And again, it's the relationships.
Yeah.
It's the valuing other human beings, supporting one another, breathing life into one another. And we're going to be talking all about that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I shouldn't say talking. I should say like examining or digging up some stuff, because the tribe always brings it, right? We always get comments, questions, commentary that really, really adds value. So I'm looking forward to that.
I told you that, and it's not just the tribe. Like this morning I was talking to Alex, my mini me, and she was like, Mom, what's the topic tomorrow? She's 11. And I'm like, we're talking about relationships and the foundation. And I told Jesse, and she goes, okay, but y'all need to do something on like how can you get people to not kill your dreams? And I'm like, okay, Jesse, hey, we need to put that on the docket. I'm like, yeah. So it's not just the tribe. We got lots of other people contributing to our content.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful.
It is about time for a guest appearance, isn't it?
I know, I did. And I
told
Jesse, I was like, oh, so does that mean you're going to come on and talk? She goes, maybe. She goes, Mom, that's a hard maybe. So like, don't like commit me to something.
We need to do some bribery there. I'm gonna be up in Dallas here in a few weeks, so maybe I could talk her into it. Bribe her with some froyo. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, let's wrap it up, because
we do have a whole other show tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, and get my makeup done, get my highlights touched up. And shout out to Miss Alex.
Alex loves her some Buddy.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. So mañana we'll see y'all
in the morning.
Holla, 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 holla.